I'll call the Wilson County Commissioners Court meeting to order. Today's date, Monday, January 8, 2026, 9 a.m. Let the minutes reflect that we do have a full quorum. Judge Whitman is absent and out of state. Brings me up to agenda item number 2. If we can get a prayer by Mr. Elder Brown, and following on with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you again for the privilege we have of coming and serving you another day. We ask that you'll be with Joe, guide the hands, and be with giving Rachel the comfort that she needs. And also be with Judge Whitman. When you know where he is, you know the situation. We ask for your guiding, protecting hand to be on him as well. Again, I ask that you'll be with each one of us here, and the proceedings will be all done according to your will. And we ask for your Holy Spirit to guide and direct in all things. We pray in your name. Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Agenda item number 3, public comments. We have none. Agenda item number 4, certificates, completion, awards, and bond continuations. Let the record show that Commissioner Russell King successfully completed 19 hours of educational training during 68th Annual V.G. Young School for County Commissioners Courts. Moving on, agenda item number 5, extension activity reports. Ladies.
All right. Good morning. So since it is June, we do have our fun presentation with a lot of information. Welcome. You can go ahead. So I'm going to start with some emerging issues within the ag and natural resource world. So pasture mealybug has been confirmed in Wilson County. It is a little aphid type like bug, and it will essentially wipe out pastures. They'll leave a sap, it'll stop photosynthesis, it will completely kill the plant, and pasture dieback is real. So those are just a few pictures that I've taken throughout the county as I've gone out on different site visits. That one top picture on the right is Johnson grass, so it really likes blue stem, but we've seen it in corn, forage sorghum, milo fields, blue stem, you name it, and it's looking like that. So that's the first really neat issue. There's not a silver bullet. Yes, sir?
Is that maybe primarily due to all the rain we've had, or is this, or is
No,
it just,
this is
it's
a
just a natural
new-
cycle or new? Oh, it's new?
No, it's
Okay.
very new. It's so new we don't have research on it. So Extension is doing a lot of trials and a lot of research to find that silver bullet answer. So right now it's a lot of, if you have it, there's a few things that we can try, but there's no recommendations and there's nothing labeled for the specific insect. It's a really sad time.
It's legal and approved by the FDA.
So then the next super fun issue is the screwworm because, at the end of last week, it was confirmed in Texas. So the biggest thing we can do is inspect your livestock, wildlife, companion animals, anything warm-blooded. Check it out, inspect, the smell they say is, if you smell it, you'll see it. If your animals have cuts or anything, just go look at them, If you think you have something, livestock and domestic animals get reported to Animal Health Commission or your local vet. Local vets you can call all the time. Wildlife, we would report that to Texas Parks and Wildlife or taking the wildlife. And then other than that, just be vigilant. And like I said, there's all kinds of things out there. So if you're one of those that are on social media or wanting to search, just make sure you're looking for the most, factual places. So that's going to be Animal Health Commission. That's going to be USDA, APHIS, and then obviously Extension. We have a whole website that's nothing but a, landing page for all of this information. And I know there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of things out there, and it's so new and so fluid. I say new, it's very fluid right now. So I don't have all the answers, but we can get answers. So, anything on that really fast? Okay, on to the next. So, some educational programs we've done. In January, we did a winter garden row crop program with Medina County and a few others. Then in the spring, we did our our spring ag producer workshop. And then we did our multi-county beef and forage program, followed by our reproduction workshop in Atascosa County. We also did a private applicator training, and this past February, we did our soil samples, and we collected 31 soil samples. Okay, next one. The Master Gardeners are still thriving. We're starting our third intern class in August. They're still doing a lot of neat projects. They're expanding. They're really getting out there, and it's been a lot of fun to see the growth and the volunteer efforts that they're putting out there. So I'm really thankful for this group. And I think that that's all that I have. So,
I'm next, right? Yep. Okay, in regards to family and community health, the past few months, we had a really fun Do Well, Be Well diabetes education class. This is a nutrition focus diabetes education class, and I was hosted over by Conviva, so they're super fun over there. I love it. In April was Early Childhood Education Conference in Seguin. It's multi-county efforts. We had some great motivational speakers, and all the early childhood educators got to learn a lot of fun stuff to help keep them going, teaching our youngest kiddos out there. And again, over in Seguin, they have the South Texas Pregnancy Center that serves Wilson County. So I go over there to help with their parenting car seat classes every quarter or so. I have to say the last 2 times, I've been so lucky to put car seats in a Camaro and a Mustang. And I get to be the bearer of the bad news to say, you might want to look for a different car because car seats are a little difficult to put in the back seat of a Camaro and a Mustang. So, next slide. And also in April was a distracted driving and drug and alcohol prevention program at Lavernia ISD. We had 279 seniors come through the program that day. They got to do a little bit of distracted driving simulator, goggles. They listened to consequences of their actions with our district attorney's office. And yeah, that was always fun to see them. They ask a lot of questions for the attorneys. So Dominique and I did the Senior Resource Fair back in March. And then, I got to go do a nutrition facts program with our Wilson County retired teachers. That was a little intimidating, teaching the teachers that taught me, but they were so fun and sweet in February. And then our Fresh Trays networking event. Last time when I talked to y'all, we had our producer training. This networking event actually got the producers and the schools together so that the producers were able to sell their products to the schools. We had quite a few connections with beef, and then strawberries and one other one, maybe carrots. They're able to start selling, the producers were able to start selling to the schools. So that's really neat. It makes a full circle. And last but not least is Allison.
Sure. So on the youth development and 4-H side, we wrapped up stock show season. Thank goodness, it's a long time. But we had 82 4-Hers sell at Wilson County auction, 20 at Lavernia, and then across all the major shows, we had 34. And then we ended up with 2 grand champion spots, which was grand champion meat judging in Houston, which Caleb was one of the members on that team. And we had grand champion broilers in Austin, which is Nicole Lee, who will talk in a little bit as well. So we had a really successful year, so it was awesome. For our hatching in the classroom season, we hatched 154 chicks, 4 ducklings, and that was across 5 schools, so 345 students ranging from 4 years old all the way to seniors in high school. So really successful. Our Youth Water Fest, we had our, every other year we do a homeschool one. So this is the second time we did that with the San Antonio River Authority. We had 27 children show up for that at Helton Park. And we had Lavernia 3rd grade, which is 254 of those that got to come across 2 days and learn all about water, the water cycle, conservation, marine life, all of those cool things. Spring Roundup in April, we had meat judging, we had livestock judging, and then pasture and soil ID. So we had 28 participants for some of those first couple of days. We had 16 participants for the next couple, which was textiles, storyboards, and then consumer decision making. And then lastly was rifle, which is held here at the show barn. We had 72 Wilson County participants. We hosted 141 from across the district. So there's a lot of people in and out those couple of days, but it was a great turnout. And we had 2 teams advance on to state, so that was awesome. So last week, Nicole and I both were in College Station for the week for a state roundup, where we had 2 rifle teams compete. We had an entomology team, 2 educational presentations, a livestock judging team. We had a state council officer who retired her jacket, so she finished out her year of service, and we had 5 scholarships that were received, so that totaled $70,000. So I have a couple of kiddos that are gonna come talk. So I'll let them kind of explain their name and what they did.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Brown, and I am one of the many on the Wilson County Entomology Project Club, and I was one of the people who went to state roundup and competed in the state entomology category. We are the undefeated state champions, I think, at least me 3 years running. The rest of my team is 4 years running right now. We just came back, and as a team with first place, I made second individual, and Connor made first individual, and I think Monroe made 10th individual. So we always do very good. We all enjoy doing entomology. It's something that we all take an interest in, so that's always been fun for us, always studying with each other. That's awesome. That's really been awesome for us. I also accepted a 4-H Foundation scholarship, which was $5,000. I went, which month was it? Was it May or March? Oh, it was April. I went to go for an interview, and I ended up landing the interview and getting the scholarship. Went to a banquet, and it was an awesome experience. Thank you.
I'm short. Hi, my name is Emma Aldridge. I went to state roundup for educational presentation in the STEM category. I placed 10th out of the entire category. It was very interesting to see all different types of presentations. It ranged from AI centers in space to learning about a V8 motor, which is very interesting. And it was just amazing to see all the different types of STEM people do throughout their counties.
My name is Cash Curl, and I've been shooting in rifle for about 7 years now, and 3 of those years have gone to state and gone on shooting from January to around the middle of May each year to prepare for state. And we've taken 2 teams to state this year. Most of the time it's either 1. If we have enough people, we make it 2. So it's been a pretty good year, just getting it done. And that's about all I got.
I'm Mila Avitia, and 2 teams went to state this year, and mostly consisting of freshmen. And we placed 9th and 12th out of 20-something teams. And since we're mostly freshmen, I hope that we get to go to state more. And it's really fun, and we get to learn a lot of things.
Good morning. My name's Caleb Krunick, a freshman at Lavernia High School. I've been in many different 4-H projects at a young age, and one of those projects is the Wilson County 4-H Rifle Club. where I recently had the honor of competing at the state 4-H shooting competition. To prepare, we dedicated ourselves to practice 2 days a week, where we learned many skills like gun safety, discipline, and responsibility. I've learned so much throughout this club, have had so much fun, and I would never trade this experience for anything else. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Nicole Lee. I was a Texas 4-H council member this past year. I was selected to serve in June of last year at my district, and this year we've done things like State Fair Ag Awareness Week. We've put on a junior leadership lab for the whole entire state for ages 8 through 14, and then we've been planning for Texas 4-H Roundup since January. I was on the staging committee, meaning I was in charge of all of the animations on stage and making sure it looked presentable during the day, and then making sure it was fun and interactive at night during our assemblies. And this year we had actually record-breaking years over the past couple of years where we actually had over 1,000 people at each assembly every night. We also hosted 2 concerts, one on Tuesday, which is Garrett Telemontes, and then one on Thursday, which was Aaron Watson. And we had a really good turnout this year, and I'm really grateful that I was able to have this opportunity. Thank you.
So we've been very busy, as you can see through the spring, with all of our 4-H activities. So lastly, we wanted to introduce our 2 summer interns. So we have Faith and Zach. I'll let you let them tell you their names. They're going to be with us until right before August 1st. So.
Hi, I'm Zach.
I'm Faith, and we're both incoming juniors at Texas State University in San Marcos, and both in the Department of Agriculture.
So they get to come learn all the things we do, help us out. So, anything else? Thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
About a round of applause for all these kids.
Exactly. All right. So agenda item number 6, Commissioner Martin, it's a discussion only for opening bids, and we'll come back to that at 10 o'clock. Moving on, agenda item number 7, Judge Whitman, discussion only, presentation of the Pennant Festival Rural Court and the Wilson County Commissioners Court, Miss Hannah Doogie presenting.
Actually, it's me.
Oh, yeah, well, no.
Good evening, or good morning, sorry. My name is Lindsay Engel. I'm the president of this year's Peanut Festival Association. I'm here with our 2026 Court of Confectionery Creations. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, but again, we just like to thank you guys for everything you do for the association or for the festival in October, and invite you guys out. Again, we have a great lineup of entertainment, a great entertainment on Saturday. Again, it's October 6th, and then the 8th through the 10th. I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys behind me introduce themselves.
I'm Queen-elect Nicole File.
I am first runner-up, Princess-elect Chloe Asensio.
Hi, I am Princess-elect Emarai Ruiz.
Hi, I am Princess-elect Brinley Baggs.
Hi, I am Princess-elect Mackenzie Sefcik.
Hi, I'm Cooper Way, King-elect.
Hi, I'm Prince-elect Ryan Bray.
And hi, I'm Prince-elect Mason Johns.
And once again, we have some goodies for you guys, and if we could take a picture with y'all, that would be great.
Stand behind us.
Yeah, let's do the stand behind us thing.
Thank y'all for your time.
Thank you. We can just set the
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. All right. Moving on to agenda item number 8. Judge Whitman, Gloria Mick, Wilson County Women's Warrior Veterans, discuss and take action on proclamation for the month of June 2026 in recognition of Wilson County women veterans.
Good morning, thank you. I am Gloria Mick, and I'm the president of the Women Warrior Veterans of Wilson County. And I'm here today to read the proclamation, Women Veterans Day Proclamation. Whereas women have formerly been a part of the United States Armed Forces since the establishment of the Army Nurses Corps in 1901, but have informally served since the inception of the United States military. And whereas women have served honorably and with valor, including distinguished as males soldiers during the American Revolution and the Civil War, as nurses during World War I and World War II, and as combat helicopter pilots in Afghanistan. And whereas in 1943, Congress introduced and passed legislation to establish the Women's Army Corps, WAC, which provided full military status to women. And whereas 75 years ago, on June 12th, 1948, President Harry S. Truman signed the Women's Armed Services Integration Act, allowing women to serve as regular members of the military. And in 2017, the Texas legislature designed June 12th as Women Veterans Day. And whereas women have proudly served to secure and preserve liberty with integrity, dedication, and respect, women veterans experience unique challenges in receiving health care, support, and recognition they deserve. And whereas women are currently and always will be an important part of the veteran community, Wilson County is proud of and appreciates the service and sacrifices of women in uniform. And now, therefore, be it resolved by the Wilson County Judge and Commissioners Court that Wilson County designates June 12th as Women Veterans Recognition Day to recognize the service and sacrifices of women veterans of Wilson County who have served both those still in service, living, and those who died in service in this country. Signed the 8th day of June, 2016. Thank you.
All right, can I get a motion on the proclamation?
I'll make a motion to approve the proclamation for the month of June 2026, designated June 8th as Women Veterans Day.
June 12th.
Second. Excuse me, June 12th, yeah. Second.
All right. Commissioner Martin made a motion, Redola seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Ayes have it. Moving on, agenda item number 9. Judge Whitman, Olga Marrero, Elections Administrator, discuss and take action on approving the Help America Vote Act, HABA resolution.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
And I am here to request the approval of the resolutions for the HAVA grant, which we've already approved. This should have been done prior, but anyway. So, whereas the Wilson County Commissioners agrees that the expenditures of the funds will be in accordance with the applicable federal and state law and any agreement between Wilson County and the State of Texas Office of Secretary of State as authorized under Section 101 of the Help America Vote Act of 2002, in the consultation agreement with the county election officials as defined in Sections 12.001 and 31.091 of the Texas Election Code. Whereas Wilson County Commissioner Court agrees to assign a single point of contact, SPOC, to act on behalf of the county in communicating with the Office of Secretary of State, including the submission of reimbursements, requests, and any other required reports. Whereas Wilson County Commissioners Court agrees claims against the fund shall be audited and approved in the same manner as other claims against the county before they are paid. Whereas Wilson County Commissioners Court agrees that it will not consider the availability of the funds in adopting the county budget. Whereas Wilson County Commissioners Court agrees that in the event of loss, misuse, or noncompliance pursuant to any grant award agreement with the Secretary of State, Wilson County Commissioners Court assures that the funds will be returned to the Office of the Secretary of State in full, passed and approved by the Commissioners Court of Wilson County in Floresville, Texas on this 8th day of June 2026.
All right. Can I get a motion on approving the Help America Vote Act?
I got one question before we make a motion. Are you going to be that single point of contact, or is it going to be our grant writer? Which one of y'all is it going to be? Because I think we need to designate that person in the motion since it doesn't name them in the resolution.
It can be the auditor. I mean, Kayla was helping with the verbiage and how to go about doing the resolution, because like I said, it should have been done first, but we got approved with all the HAVA and everything else. This needs to be turned in before we even get any, can do any purchases or anything.
I think that Kayla was in.
Okay, I mean, I can do it, that's not a problem.
Okay.
We'll give it. Okay, with Olga.
Then I'll make a motion to approve the Help America Vote Act resolution naming Olga Marrero, our elections coordinator, as the single point of contact.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martin, second up by Commissioner Aiken. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, moving on. Agenda item number 10, Judge Whitman and Sylvia Madero, Floresville Lions Club, discuss and take action on Floresville Lions Club requesting the use of the courthouse lawn and parking lot for the Floresville Lions 8th Annual Car Show on Saturday, September 12th, 2026. Courthouse lawn and parking lot will also be used by vendors.
Sorry about that. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Sylvia Madero, and I'm in here in behalf of the Wilson County Floresville Lions Club. Just a little bit of trivia. The Lions Club has been in Floresville for over 82 years. A few months ago, on behalf of the Floresville Lions Club, I requested permission to use the courthouse grounds and parking lot for our 8th annual Floresville Lions Club show on Saturday, June 13th. However, because of commitments regarding our December pancake breakfast fundraiser and our Palm Sunday barbecue dinner fundraiser in April, there was not sufficient time for us to plan for a successful car show in June. Consequently, it was necessary for the club to postpone the car show to Saturday, September 12th, to allow sufficient time to make our annual car show a success, subject, of course, to your approval. I would reiterate to the council that all monies that are raised go back into the community. And wherever there is a need, there is a lion. That is our quote, our motto we serve. Thank you, gentlemen. And I do understand that I have to inform the vendors that they cannot put stakes in the ground.
Yes. Can I get a motion for the Floresville Lions Club requesting the courthouse lawn and parking? Both.
I'll make a motion to approve the Floresville Lions Club request to use the courthouse lawn and parking lot on September 12th, 2026 for their annual car show.
Can I get a second?
Second. Do you want to put a time on this now that we're at the discussion? Is it an all-day event?
Sarah, it'll probably start around 7 to about 3 or 4. It usually ends around 3 o'clock.
I mean, we gave them the day, so to me, that means they got it for 24 hours. That's okay? Is it all right with you? Beat your, or you want me to amend the motion? You want me to amend the motion?
No,
or-
I was just asking because we got to the discussion point on what it was going to be because we hadn't discussed it yet. And also, have you notified them about canceling the June date? Because we approved that back in
Yes, sir.
January or February.
Did I appear before the city council?
No. We've already got you scheduled for this event for June.
Yes, sir.
And now we need to take you off the schedule to where it's available. Well, I mean, we're out of time now, so anyways, we can't get anybody else on anything with it not being on there.
Any more discussion? All right. Got a motion by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner Perdola. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Ayes have it.
Thank
Motion
you,
passed.
gentlemen, for your consideration and attention.
All right, agenda item number 11. Judge Whitman, Jalem T. Bodiford, Human Resources Specialist, discuss and take action on the 2026 TAC Healthcare Benefits Pool or Health Benefits Pool Annual Wilson County Renewal.
Okay, so we met with TAC in March to go over our mid-year plan review. I wish I had better news coming at you guys today, but I don't. We were notified that we were running at 134% loss ratio, which means we are paying less in premiums than what they are paying in claims. With that being said, TAC has gone on to look at their pool needed amount, which was a 9.9% increase, which has been the highest since I've been here. And since we have a 134% loss ratio, our increase for this year was 16%. In order to mitigate some of that increase, they did send us 3 options that we were able to look at, and the insurance committee did meet. And the only options are to raise the deductible to try to mitigate that cost. After meeting with the insurance committee, they did decide to go with option 1, which would be raising the deductible to $2,500 instead of $2,000. It would also increase the co-insurance maximum to $4,350 instead of $4,000. On that option, we're looking at a 12% increase instead of a 16%, which would be $99.12 increase per employee per month, and a total increase of $220,046.40. The committee also did talk about the retirees and decided to leave the retirees alone, and they would continue to pay 25% of their premium. There were other options given, and that would be increasing the deductible further. I would be cautious of that because if we have another year next year where we don't operate below at least 100%, we would be out of options as far as increasing deductible.
Any questions over this? There was a lot of discussion during that meeting that we had as well, so the insurance meeting.
And going out for bids right now would not even be an option with the 134% loss ratio.
Can I get a motion on the 2026 TAC Health Benefits Pool for the Wilson County renewal?
Make a motion that we accept the proposal as presented by Mrs. Boterford in reference to the TAC risk management pool.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Pierdola. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Hang on one second. So TAC has the wellness plan. Are we gonna get on this and make it more incentivized for the people to participate?
So when they came for the mid-year plan review, they were able to tell us more or less what our high claimants look like. Some of those we don't really have options on, but they did give us wellness options that we can go with for this year.
As such as, expand on, that's what I'm trying to understand. What are we gonna ask people to do or encourage them to do or something to help reduce our loss rate?
So they do have what they call lunch and learns, where they come and do presentations here. Those can be done once monthly. There are also plans that we currently have in place in our health insurance books that aren't necessarily being taken advantage of at this time. They're options that can probably be pushed more in the future.
Yeah, because I mean, I think everybody needs to understand too, is that if these rates continue to rise at these rates, there's going to have to be an employee contribution in the future.
I would agree with that.
Because it's not just us, it's everybody.
Yeah.
But it's getting, I mean, you know, your insurance is costing the county $12,000 a year, basically.
Yes.
A lot of money.
When I started, it was about 8,000.
Yeah, it's gone up about a third since, or half, since in the last, 7, 8 years.
Wasn't the last evaluation at 108%? I mean, it was just, there was still a greater loss than there was premiums being paid. And we did an adjustment at that time, and nobody expected 134%.
No. Our increase last year was 6%. So to move up to 16 was pretty significant.
Any more discussion? All right, going back to the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Ayes have it, motion passes. All right, agenda item number 12, Judge Whitman, Jalen T. Boterford, Human Resources Specialist, discuss take action on the 2026 TAC Risk Management Pool Annual Wilson County Property Renewal.
Okay, I have the property renewal back. Changes were made on the mobile property that I did receive from Commissioner Martin. Those have been updated on the tax side. It does not change the premium, so the premium will stay at $168,636. As far as the buildings, the only thing that would have changed the premium for the buildings is if we had a change in any of our historical buildings. We do have appraisers that are going to be on site within the next month or two that we will have to assist to go to each one of these properties and figure out what all of these buildings are and their actual appraised values.
Yeah, because, I mean, I think some of these buildings don't exist. And I'm not even sure that they ever existed, or either that or we don't know exactly what they were.
They may not.
But I mean, you know, to me, they have 2 maintenance buildings back here. Well, they're joined together. That, to me, that's one building. So, you know, hopefully they can make all of those kind of corrections.
I think that's when that would be sorted out.
Okay. So hopefully the deductions in square footage and the additions in square footage will be, I guess, is our premium going to change once they do that, or do we know?
Only on historical buildings. She said the only time the premium would change is if it was a major change to a historical building.
Okay.
But we can make changes throughout the year. We'll end up adding the arena at some point throughout the year.
That'll be in there
Yes.
beginning of January.
And they're aware that it's being built.
More questions? Can I get a motion on the 2026 tax risk pool, management risk pool, Wilson County property renewal?
I'll make a motion that we accept the TAC risk management pool for the annual Wilson County property renewal.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perdola, seconded by Commissioner Martin. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Let's have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 13. Commissioner Martin, Precinct 1, discuss and take action on Sarah hazardous waste collection event.
Okay, as I mentioned last time, they give us a couple options. Actually, I guess we really only have one option, and I apologize, I forgot my piece of paper. I guess I left it on my desk this morning, but it's the weekend after Peanut Festival is the only weekend. The first and the fourth weekend is Karnes and Goliad County. The second weekend is Peanut Festival. That only leaves us with the third weekend to have this event if we do it in October. To keep it out of November.
So is that the 17th?
Yeah, the 17th.
October 17th.
Okay, thank you. There is or is not? What is it, do you know?
Is it? Place will be packed. Trailers around there. We have to park trailers over there on the side over there by
Yeah, where we
TxDOT. We can unload them, but we need the whole parking lot.
So there's all that area out front too. May not be as convenient, but in front of in the grass.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work something out between trailers and this. I mean, I hope that event, we know, takes up the whole parking lot, so pull something around with the YCP. We'll get together with Paul as well, I guess. They don't have any other dates.
Unless we go into November. Which is when they'd asked for it before, but you know, we get into hunting season and all that stuff. That's why we were trying to keep it out of there.
Commissioners, what do y'all think? Try and work it with the YCB, and it's gonna be flooded over there. I mean, we already know that because it's a pretty big show. We'll push it
They
into
come in
November.
on Friday and then they're leaving on Sunday or what? Right. Yeah, so we're in the middle of that, so it just means they got to kind of park away from there for the time, but. Right.
They're gonna be washing cattle in the back and everything else, right there where we're parking, and there's gonna be
We
washing.
did it one time before. I don't know whose event that was.
That was a llama show or something. They didn't
Yeah.
really have anything outside. Place is packed.
We need to look at November. We don't need to interfere with the show. In my,
Yeah, and this is something that's been going every year, so I'm the same. And it is hunting season, I got it.
We want to do the first weekend?
November 7th.
Well, that's going to be Veterans Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 14th. I mean, it didn't make any difference to me. I mean, all Sarah wants to do is to know so they can get all their contractors lined up. It could, it could be later in the year. You want to wait till December.
Wouldn't push it too far because December, you
Right.
got Thanksgiving and then everybody's getting ready for Christmas and
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's not a good
school
time at
break
all.
and everything else, so.
Yeah, that's what happened last year. We were right there at Thanksgiving.
Well, and this is right before Thanksgiving as well, so, 2 weeks
Well,
before.
And I would, my personal preference would be, let's set the 2 dates every year and say it's the second or third weekend or whatever weekend of the month it is for the 2 months that we want until those. Well, actually, let me back up a little bit. So one of the things that we said last time when we were discussing this is that we're going to get an ILA with San Antonio River Authority. And so I'm going to, Ms. Huron, the River Authority has volunteered to do the first draft of that. They sent us a list, and I think I put that in your packet, of what all they're going to be responsible for, and then what all we're going to be responsible for. And then all we need to do is put in that ILA the things that we need, that we would normally approve in court, like who's going to be there, everybody gets paid, whatever the circumstances are, who's responsible for us. Commissioners on a rotating basis are responsible for setting up the event or whatever. Whoever's going to be responsible for setting up the cones for emergency traffic. How many people do they need from the sheriff's department to either direct traffic or receive the pharmaceuticals, those kind of things. We've always agreed we pay those employees overtime or give them comp time, or whatever it is that we do, and put all those approvals and pre-approvals in the ILA so those things are covered every year and we don't have to prove it each time for each individual. So we'll be working on that, but so we could set a date for this one whenever we want to. That way we have this reserved and they can put it on their calendar so they don't rent it out to somebody else. Because those dates would always be the same. That would be my recommendation. But we do need, I need to give them a date for this one.
Would November the 7th work?
Well, it's Veterans Day weekend.
Huh?
It's Veterans Day weekend.
Most people are going to be out of town or doing something with that.
I mean, that's the problem. I mean, once you hit Labor Day, then it's this thing, that thing, da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
14th and 21st are probably the only 2 dates we have in November.
It would have to be the 14th because the 21st would be the week before Thanksgiving.
Yep. That's what we did last year.
Yeah.
Everybody clean out, yeah.
I mean, I don't like it any more than y'all do, but I think that's the way to fix it is once we do this ILA to establish our week of the month that we want to do these things. Because really, the River Authority doesn't care. They just need to know what the day is to set up their people.
Go with the 14th to keep it from getting right on Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Best option right now. Commissioner Akron, anything else on that?
Thanksgiving's the 26th.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks before.
Has Warren got anything going on that date?
Well, I'll make a motion to have the Sarah Hazardous Waste Collection event on November 14th, 2026, and to negotiate an ILA with San Antonio River Authority.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner Beardola. Sarah Hazardous. Any more discussion? I'm going to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Ayes have it. Motion passes. All right, going into agenda item number 14. Judge Whitman, discuss and take action on renewal of autopsy forensic pathologist services contract between Wilson County and Ray Fernandez, MD, LLC. Both of these are on your iPad, or I don't know if you got it printed out, but the only thing that's changed with the autopsy right now, we don't know whenever that building is going to be ready. So we have the autopsy contract. We changed the dates So it will expire January 31st, so 2027. So the new judge, whenever he gets in, he can
Well, so
I'll make a
we can
decision
give
on
you an
this.
update on the ME's office.
Okay.
We have a preliminary proposed budget. And the objective was by October 1 of 27 to be in operation. Did I remember that correct?
Talked about that at first, but then it went to January 1st because one of the entities, one of the counties,
Oh, that's
doesn't deal off of October 1st, they deal off of January 1st
That's right.
budget.
So the anticipated opening is January 1, 28. So that contract should expire no later than 12/31 of 27.
We leave it January, the new judge gets to decide on that. Renegotiate this contract.
We need it until the office is open, so I mean, it doesn't, I mean, I don't see that as a, we got to have that service.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, I mean, when is the start date of this new contract?
June 1st. So it would have started this month. Just to give the,
I would change it to 12/31 of 27, unless Dr. Fernandez has a problem with that.
yeah, we'd have to get back with him. Judge Whitman and Rachel are both out until Thursday.
Okay, well then let's, since we're not at an issue with continuing with the current contract for a few days past the expiration date of the old one, are we?
Ken, and if he provides services, I mean, you just pay him for the service. There is no contract, and he's still, we're waiting to negotiate something new, he can still.
Off the old contract? Okay, let's do that. I'll make a motion to table.
Second.
All right, we're going to table this till next court. Motion to table agenda item 14 by Commissioner Martin and seconded by Commissioner Pierdola. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, tabled.
I think we got time to do. Sheriff, is 7 minutes enough time to do your item? Okay.
All right, well, I need a motion to take from the table agenda item number 15.
No, he's going to do it right
It's
now.
on a,
We tabled it last time.
It's back on the agenda. Do we need to remove it from the table? Is that?
Pull it from the table and agenda item.
Okay, I'll make a motion to remove the item from the table.
That's it. Motion by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner Aiken to take it from the table. So agenda item number 15, Commissioner Martin discuss take action on approving a resolution supporting the payment of overtime exempt salaried employees of the Wilson County Sheriff's Office.
Good morning.
Go ahead, Chair.
I'll come to you with this resolution. You want me to go ahead and read it?
Yes, please.
Wilson County Resolution supporting payment of overtime for exempt salaried employees of the Wilson County Sheriff's Office. Whereas the Wilson County Sheriff has responsibility for public safety in Wilson County, whereas there exists an increase in illegal activity in Wilson County, and whereas said Wilson County Sheriff is in need of additional resources to combat illegal activity in Wilson County, and whereas there exist grants to assist the Wilson County Sheriff to combat said illegal activity, and whereas the Wilson County Commissioners Court in call meeting June 8, 2026, indicated their support for exempt salaried employees for the Wilson County Sheriff's Office to receive overtime pay from grant sources for law enforcement activities. And whereas exempt salaried employees may receive overtime pay from grant resources during situations where exempt salaried employees are being included in operations as a force multiplier during a period of surge, enhanced operation, or border security operations. Therefore, be it resolved, following input from the Wilson County Sheriff's Office, respectfully request that exempt employees of Wilson County Sheriff's Office be eligible to receive overtime pay. This action was taken to support the Wilson County Sheriff in his efforts to combat illegal activity in Wilson County. Resolution will remain in effect until modified by Commissioners Court.
I think they all want to know where the funds are going to come
Yes.
to pay the overtime. That's the question.
Right now, OLS has grant funds, overtime funds. There are also available overtime funds from 287G.
287 what?
287G,
Is that for all of your employees or just for the ones working under this grant?
just the exempt employees, the ones that can't draw overtime on a normal salary. They can now come out and work for this and get paid by grant funds, not,
The hourly employees are already eligible to have it paid out of the grants. It's just our 3 or 4 chief
I think.
officers are, okay.
How many?
5
5?
positions.
How are we keeping track of this? I mean, they're salaries, so how are we keeping track
They will,
to?
most of them right now, I make them give a timesheet even though we don't turn it in. I will basically enact that they will do a timesheet every week. And that way, we know when their 40 hours is up, and then anything excess of that would be overtime.
And that 40 hours is on county or OLS?
40 hours would be on county.
Okay. And then their OLS, their overtime is gonna come out of this OLS and 287.
Grant funds, yes,
And that's only if they work for the grant, correct?
correct.
We gotta be very specific whenever whoever's making this motion, that this is for grants only, so it does not come out of this county funds. So, it needs to be specific, whoever's making that. Any other questions before we go into this?
Not going to cause a problem with any of your other employees?
They all have access to work it now.
Just the salaried or even the hourly guys?
Every employee I have that is eligible is eligible for the grant overtime already. Because they're not salaried, so if they work over their 86 hours, they're eligible to collect OLS grant funds. It's just up to them whether or not they want to work it.
And I don't think what's her name's here. Kayla, to answer any questions about the OLS, because I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't know, I didn't read over the OLS before this court today.
That's how she reimburses, is sending the timesheets. That's how she reimburses. Yes.
And this starts from today forward, not the past. We're not going backwards.
I understand there's around $20,000 still in that overtime budget. I think so. I think when she looked at it the other day, it was somewhere between 8 and 9,000. And the grant ends August 31st.
You'd have to work a lot of overtime to pay that amount. But that doesn't count the 287 money.
No.
Correct?
That is,
Because that is basically, if you do it, they pay you for it, period, right?
Yes.
There is no limitation on that
if I
money.
work overtime for 287G, I bill them and they pay direct.
Anything else, Ms. Huron, that we need to?
No. I mean, you have the authority to pay exempt employees overtime as long as you set the standards, it's within the budget or the grant. Just set the specifics and that's fine.
We need to suspend and go to the public hearing.
Yeah, we'll finish this item.
All right, so we'll come back to the sheriff. We'll suspend the court and come to our back to agenda item number 6 for our public hearing.
Not a public hearing, it opened.
Present, as you were, for opening bids.
Opening of bids.
It's on the bottom,
Button on the bottom.
the little black round button.
We have 3 bids. R.L. Jones, P, D&D Contractors, and C.K. Newberry LLC. C.K. Newberry's base bid is $758,070. And alternate bid is $564,593.75.
Who was that for?
C.K. Newberry.
564.
He'll do it bid tab.
Okay.
Go ahead and scan
D&D.
Okay, the bid for D&D contractors is, base bid is $848,316.99. Total alternates is $564,062.90. Okay, and the last one is R.L. Jones. Their base bid is $1,181,699.25. Their total bid alternates is, total bid including alternates is $1,804,874.25. We're going to turn these over to the engineer of record to review, make a recommendation to the court to do the bid tab. And when the bid tab's complete, it'll be sent out to all bidders of record. Anything you want to add, sir?
Anything else for agenda item number 6?
No.
Good?
Frank, just, when do you think you'll have that out? Bid tab? Okay. Thanks, sir.
All right.
Motion to resume. Motion to resume normal.
I have a second?
Second.
All right. All right, back in normal business, back to agenda item number 15. Sheriff, what positions are we looking at for this overtime? How many?
5 positions.
5.
Because I have 5 lieutenants, but 1 lieutenant is on OLS already. This doesn't apply to him. He's not exempt.
Okay.
There's the other 4 lieutenants.
So you have 4 lieutenants and the chief.
What kind of safeguards on if you end up having multiple exempt employees working? Would we ever run out of those funds? You know, to where Wilson County has 20,000 available and
Lieutenant Collins keeps a monthly running total of that OLS budget, and he knows exactly how much money's there to make sure he doesn't overexpend or underexpend. He watches it like a hawk. He knows what is scheduled to work and what monies he has left.
We just don't want you coming back and going, we ran $10,000 over the grant, can we have it? However,
What happened?
Yeah. But remember, that 287G money will cover anything that OLS won't. Right? Is that?
It could, if it, depending on what they're doing, yes. The two overlap as far as duties and what you work, what you're working, what you're looking for. So they can both be billed for that.
And you're not involved in this being elected. You cannot be involved in this.
As we checked into the grant, that's the only thing. You can't be elected or appointed.
Any other questions? What else we got? Ms. Ron, anything we're missing?
No, you just need to be very specific, because the concern is, yes, if you run out of money, then it has to specify that it has to be in the budget. If not, the county will be responsible for anything that's not covered by any grant, so.
So if I heard you right, what we want to protect against, we and go, in case we don't, then we have to have a budget amendment to pay for it.
You would, or part of the requirement is that there won't be any overtime paid if it is not covered by the grant. So then the county, those people would not get the overtime paid. The county is not going to supplement that.
And that needs to be specific, because that's,
Well, if you word it like that, basically, if they work it and the funds aren't there, they just worked it for nothing. And that's fine. That's what they do now. If they work over 40 hours, they're working without pay, and they realize that. I think that's a legitimate way to word that.
that is the best way to make it. And I mean, if they're working it and they're taking overtime from the grant money's all used up, they've got to understand that. I mean, but the county should not be paying it if the grant's taking care of it.
The rule says that it has to be grant source. So if the grant source is expended, there is no funds there.
Yep.
And like I said, I will make sure that they understand that that's how this works.
And then in the county, we do not want to open that can of worms. Guarantee you. So it needs to be grant only.
And I understand that, but they may have rights underneath the law in an EOC situation.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that when they're exempt employees, they are exempt from overtime, correct? Unless their status changed in her office.
So the fact that we're only doing this for an exempt employee, then we're making sure that we're covering Wilson County.
Yes.
Yes.
He wants you to say
Would
something.
you like to take in,
Yes.
He wants you to say something.
Yes, I mean, normally exempt employees do not get overtime, but if an exception is being made because there are grant funds that would be dedicated only in that circumstance, that would be fine. And the court has the authority to do that. There should be some policies set as far as the timesheets. You can even set limits of, no more than 50 hours or 60 hours or no more than once a month. I mean, those are internal policies that can be set as far as setting some boundaries for that for the employee. But yes, you can authorize that and make it specific.
well, all 5 of these officers have plenty of responsibilities already. And so if they were getting in a 2-week time period, another 10 hours occasionally, I would think that would be.
They could handle that without any problem.
Yeah.
It would not cause an issue to their regular work.
So with this resolution, we need a policy in place as well.
For payroll purposes, when you are saying every dollar obviously is gonna get paid out of this grant. So keep in mind, so if they're gonna revert back to kind of a salary, so they're 80 hours, and then they get overtime, a portion comes out of tax withholding, FICA, Medicare, TCRS. So is that all by grant funds then as well? And not county portion, right? Okay, I just want to make sure, because when we split that and do a different line item, that's going to show, I just want to make sure that's all need to be added together for accounting purposes, to make sure that's where every dollar's coming out. Yeah, I think they'll have to revert back to that well, not salary, full-time line item. And then from there, code that overtime, which is tied to the OLS or whatever line item to pull from that. And it will separate it out, those hours. But they will, my understanding, and I could be wrong, and just check with our software, is they will no longer be tied to that salaried position where it's not 80 hours anymore, it's their full amount of that 2 weeks. So the position might have to be coded differently in the software. Yeah. Yeah. I just want to make sure when I talk with FI that to know that when they're asking me these questions, every portion needs to come. TCRS, FICA, Medicare, everything's going to come from that line item. Okay, so then I can make sure it's pulling correctly. If nothing else, then it would be an adjustment, so then you know what your dollars are. A good idea, count-wise. Thanks.
So it sounds like we got more work to do than what we know.
Well, hopefully it has a simple solution.
And the chief.
5.
System will do it, yes.
Do an adjustment, payroll.
So you got 4 lieutenants and the chief.
I think it's
we're
3
talking
lieutenants.
3 in chief.
But I also count Amanda Pena, my jail captain. She's actually a certified police officer. She's also salaried. She can work it also. So she can work it, so she would be eligible for it too.
All right,
That's where I got the 5 from.
that's your fifth one? Okay. I wasn't on last names. So with the resolution, we need guidelines on this as well. Need to bring that to the next court. Sure.
What kind of guidelines you want?
Well, just
Resolution
what
tells
we're
me
talking,
what to do.
what we were talking about a while ago, if there, how many hours we're talking about extra 10 hours, you can limit it to 50 hours or whatever it is, so we don't,
I do that already in policy now with the others and limit their overtime. I don't understand where this will make a difference.
Anything over 40 hours, like everyone else, is considered
Oh, they'll have
overtime,
to
or you're
specifically
increasing to
work in
50,
OL.
or?
They would have to specifically work an OLS shift.
Oh.
So I will know ahead of time, or they will say, hey, is there money available? I'm gonna go work an 8-hour shift on OLS. They gotta make sure they put their 40 in that week so that their 8 hours is in excess. That's the only way they're gonna work it, is to schedule, and my deal is to schedule them around some other officer and put like 2 or 3 instead of just 1 out there, and them being like a supervisor for that. Basically like running a mini OLS operation inside the county with my own employees. And right now, Collins and Marr work a lot of overtime hours. I don't need to stress them with more to do that. They're already doing it.
y'all got anything else? So we gotta be very specific whenever whatever we're gonna do next, so.
Does the motion need to contain that the overtime will be paid only out of the OLS and not out of any county funds?
And I guess that's the only reason I bring up the policy, just making sure that we're covered for all of it. I know what the resolution says, but having a policy of everything on there that we're talking about. Just to cover our county as well.
Well, I think that's what Commissioner Aiken brought up. We don't want it to run over $10,000 and then come to us and say, oh, we ran over $10,000. County needs to pony up another 10 grand. So that's why we need to be specific about accepting this resolution.
With the policy and the resolution together, that covers the county.
I think I got it.
You got it?
She can correct me if.
Already? Make sure your mic is loud. Jason, turn it up.
He is loud.
How about now? I can get treated that way at home. I need you. I make a motion that we accept the Wilson County resolution as presented by Sheriff Stewart, supporting payment of overtime for exempt and salaried employees of the Wilson County Sheriff's Office, with the understanding that these officers may only work overtime that is available to be paid for by grant sources.
That good?
And the grants?
We don't have that in what he gave us, but, I mean, we talked about 2 different ones, OLS and.
The reason I left that open is there may be future grants that won't be named. Why go back to this? I've got 2 that are available now. If another one came open, actually Senate Bill 8 lets me do it too. I probably won't.
Saved by grant funds only.
There's other things out there for me to use. The only reason I said grant in general was because I don't know what grants may be available in the future.
And I think I covered it that way.
I also suggest discuss with the employee should also sign something saying that they understand what they're eligible for, how they're going to be paid, because then you have the employee saying, well, it wasn't represented to me that I wasn't going to get overtime for this because it's not grant covered and I've been working 90 hours or whatever. So that would just be something to assure that the employee is aware of that policy and the limits to the payment.
And you and the sheriff work on a document? Okay.
Second.
Okay. Y'all get all that? All right. There's been a motion by Commissioner Aiken and a second by Commissioner Martin to accept the resolution for exempt salaried employees overtime in the sheriff's department. All right. Any other discussion? So the sheriff and Mr. Ron are going to work on getting something put together for clarification and employees to sign. Got it. All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. All right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, moving on, agenda item number 16. Judge Whitman, Kristen Labus, interim county attorney, or auditor. Did it again. I did it again, I'm sorry. Auditor, discuss and take appropriate action regarding on filing and accepting of the annual audit report for Emergency Services District 1, fiscal year 2025, pursuant the Texas Health and Safety Code 775.082.
I'm kind of just going to speak on all of them because they're pretty much the same thing.
16A through D, all right?
This agenda item is for the acceptance and filing of the fiscal year 2025 annual audit report submitted by Wilson County Emergency Service Districts 1, 3, and 4 pursuant to Texas Health and Safety Code Section 775.082. Each district has submitted its annual report to the county as required by law. The audits were performed by independent certified public accountant firms, and each received an unmodified opinion. This action is administrative in nature and is solely for acceptance and filing of the report in the official record of the Commissioner's Court. Additionally, ESD number 5 has requested an extension of up to 30 days to submit its annual audit report as allowed under Section 775.082D.
Want us to accept the 3 and accept the extension request at the same?
Yes. If you would like to grant their extension request.
It was not listed here, but we do need to take action on it.
Yeah.
Make a motion that we accept from the interim auditor the audits from ESD 1, ESD 3, ESD 4, and that we also accept the request for a 30-day extension from ESD 5.
Second.
All right, motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Pierdola. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Ayes have it. Motion passed. All right, moving on, agenda item number 17. Judge Whitman, Kristen Labus, interim county auditor. Discuss and take action on appointing Don Palashik Barnett, Wilson County Tax Assessor Collector, as the designated officer to calculate the no new revenue tax rate and voter approval tax rate for the 2026 tax year in accordance with Chapter 26 of the Texas Tax Code.
Yes, this is just to designate Don Palashik Barnett as our officer responsible for calculating the county's no new revenue tax rate and voter approval tax rate for 2026 tax year as required by Chapter 26 Texas Tax Code. State law requires the governing body to designate an individual to perform these calculations annually. The tax assessor collector has historically served in this capacity and works in coordination with the county auditor's office and the appraisal district to ensure the calculations are completed and published in accordance with the statutory requirements. This is pretty much just her doing the workbook, plugging in all of the figures from the appraisal district, the county, everything that calculates the rates for us.
All right, I have a motion to accept Dawn Plasik Barnett.
Make a motion that we accept Dawn Palacic Barnett, the Wilson County Tax Assessor Collector, as the designated officer to calculate the no new revenue tax rate and the voter approval tax rate for the 2026 tax year in accordance with Chapter 26 of the Texas Tax Code.
Second.
You can give it to him.
I already put your name down. Too late. All right, so.
Gotta be a little louder there, Jeff.
Have a motion by Commissioner Aiken and seconded by Commissioner Martin to accept Dawn Plasik Barnett for the no new revenue tax rate and voter approval tax rate. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Ayes have it. Motion passes. All right, agenda item number 18. Judge Whitman, Dawn Plasik Barnett, County Tax Assessor Collector, she's not here. Discuss and take action to approve the BIS consultant service provider contract that provides automated server backups to and IT maintenance to the Wilson County Appraisal District server that is shared by the Wilson County Tax Office along with website and online service for the tax office. Everybody look
Anybody know
over this
anything about
contract?
this? Nope, I'll make a motion to table this item.
All right, there's a motion on the table. The table. Have a
A
second?
question, does IT know anything?
And this is what we do look at whenever we're on the appraisal district as well.
I don't recall that we've ever approved this contract before.
Did you look at it?
Yeah, I did. I got lots of questions. That's one reason I want to table it. Nobody's here to discuss it.
Okay.
Because I want to understand what the relationship is there, or what really the time period is. This says January 1 is the start date. Well, we're way past January 1. And just for the record, I am not related to this Britt Martin that's with his consultants. Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
Ms. Haran, did you look this over?
I'll review it for the next time. I think she may have sent it as a renewal, but I can't recall right offhand. But, I mean, I can do that for next time if she doesn't show up.
Yeah, I guess the other thing is too, is that this contract has to be, got to expire at the end of the fiscal year because there's no guarantee that we'll finance it. Is it even in the budget?
I looked to see what we paid, and it's $2,300 a year for BIS. Be minimal. I don't know what y'all, I haven't seen the contract. I don't have access to that.
And this isn't really a contract.
Because it needs to have that standard county clause in it that can
Wilson
only
County
be
Tax
paid for
Office
if
total
there's money budgeted for it. Well, I mean, I don't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't look real hard for it, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't either, Wallet, whenever I went through it. But if, I agree. If
I second.
we got something on
Motion to
here.
table.
All right. Motion made by Commissioner Martin and seconded by Commissioner Aiken to table. And item number 18. Get some clarification on this on the next court. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes to table. All right, agenda item number 19, Lou Serrato, Permitting and Development Director. 19A, we got utility permits, utility permit number 895 for Three Oaks Water Supply Corporation, Precinct 2, County Road 204, review and approve. We can add utility permit number 897, Oak Hills Water Supply, Precinct 2, County Road 302, review and approve. So we can do 19A 1 and 3 together.
So these were provided to the respective commissioner to review beforehand.
I'll make a motion to approve utility permits 895 and 897.
Second.
All right, so motion passes for,
How about let's vote?
as you were. The motion was made by Commissioner Martin, that's what I was trying to say, and seconded by Commissioner Aiken. No further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right. Motion passes for utility permit number 895 and 897. Utility permit 19A2, utility permit number 896, Oak Hills Water Supply Corporation, Precinct 1, County Road 128, review and approve.
Yeah, so Oak Hills is doing a big water expansion, actually throughout my precinct. So I've reviewed this, and I'll make a motion to approve permit 896, Oak Hills Water.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner Pierdola. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes for utility permit 896. All right. 19B subdivision May Springs Ranch, B1, review and approve. Final plat, discuss and take action.
Now, this has been presented before Commissioners Court before and was given a disapproval. They have resubmitted pending the changes they were asked by the commissioners to move the detention pond. At that time before, it was at an intersection. So they have moved the detention pond to a lot in the back, adjacent to another subdivision's detention pond. Now it will be a retention pond. Their engineer is here if you have any questions, but it was given a favorable recommendation by the review committee.
Do we have the Mylars of the final plat?
You have your milers? Yes. Mr. Martin Sanchez with Intrepid is here if you have any questions.
Copies?
The second copy is supposed to be for them. If they choose to have one, ours, we just need one. A lot of engineers just decided to stay digital, so they just present the original one for the county.
Usually they've got all the other signatures on here before we sign this too. Well, but I mean, it's missing the electric company, the water companies, whatever else. That's yours, Commissioner Perdola?
Yes.
We'll check to make sure yours.
The way that this fell, we were meeting our 30-day timeline, so we just went through the review committee on Thursday, so our timelines kind of were rushing us, so I believe he still needs the signatures, the rest of the signatures.
Can you get these signatures?
Well, how about you come up here and at least sign yours, because that, as it is right now, is a violation of engineer's law. So come up here and sign it.
I'll pass it that way.
No, they are not.
Nobody signed it.
Tell you what, give it back to him, because that's not complete, and that's not in compliance with the law for
Well, if
engineers.
there's something wrong, or something else wrong, they can identify
Yeah.
as well.
Looking at this map, where is this in relationship to being outside of the city limits?
It is in Livonia's ETJ and was released by them for approval to Commissioners Court.
In their ETJ,
Yes.
but I can't tell what major road this comes off of.
7 is.
347.
Okay,
County
so
Road
it's in the,
337 is right here.
gotcha. Why not put that? Understand now that I have this in front of me. On our iPads, the subdivision is covered up by all of these.
Okay.
And so the pond moved from where to where?
See,
Is it lot?
it was right here in the corner. This is 337, 342. They had it right here in the corner. It's charging right into this
Over
intersection.
the county road, yeah.
Right,
in that
so they
intersection.
moved it up here, and it is now a
Retention.
retention
On
pond.
now.
Supposedly will hold a 100-year flood. Camino Verde subdivision is right here. Their discharge pond is right here in the corner, so it will now be intaking the discharge water out of Camino Verde as well. They said they've figured it's for a 100-year.
That is correct.
Rain
It is
event.
it's built for a 100-year storm, and instead of re-releasing it, it would just retain it.
Here, and contours show it's going to be running across those other lots. Did you see that, Commissioner Morton?
What's that?
Where they cut the dam on that big stop
Oh, yeah.
pond? The contour show that it's going, water's going to be running over 2 or 3 of those lots from what I'm looking at.
Any more discussion? Accept the motion.
Do we need to deny it?
I'm not going to
Table.
sign it until they sign it. So, I mean, y'all can do what you want to do, but the Engineering Practice Act says that nothing is supposed to leave their office without an interim review stamp or a signature on it. So it's out of compliance in my book. If you want to deny it for that, that's up to you. But, I mean, all these plats have always had all the signatures, all been signed by the engineer, the surveyor, Phelps, whomever else, the developer, whoever needs to sign, it's all been signed before it gets here.
Lose this, you want to deny it or table it, or what do you want to do?
It really is up to the commissioners. I would, because the plat as it stands was recommended and meets our standards, you could either approve it with conditions, the condition to bring it back to the next Commissioners Court and collect signatures after he's collected the signatures. It is a binding contract. Or disapprove it, and I can do the same, bring it back to the next Commissioners Court.
You can do it with conditions and bring it back.
I'll make a motion to approve it with conditions that the corrections be made on the plat and brought back to the next court.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perdola, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. To approve with conditions and bring it back to the next court with signatures. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, motion passes. 19C 1 and 2, subdivision Creekside Estates, review and approve final plat, discuss and take action. That's probably two different motions, ain't it? Yeah.
So this subdivision was given an unfavorable recommendation through our review committee. It is pending some engineering changes. So I asked that the court at this time disapprove it so that it's brought back to our department and reviewed by our engineers. I guess the next one would be another motion, but the same for the letter of credit.
I guess if you're going to talk about that now, so is there any of the changes that would affect the letter of credit, or?
The letter of credit was not provided to me in time, so if the court would like to table that motion, it would be coming back to the next Commissioners Court. But as far as the plat, I do recommend that you disapprove it at this time, pending some engineering changes that need to be made to the plat.
That would probably affect the letter of credit, obviously. What changes they got to do.
Oh, well, that was my question. Is there changes in that that's going to affect what the letter? Oh, okay, I remember which one that is now. Never mind.
So
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, this one, they need it. They don't have a detention pond on there. We're talking about lot 11, putting a private road in there so they don't landlock themselves. There was a lot going on with this subdivision right here.
I'll make a motion to deny the May Spring Ranch.
Oh, it's a Creekside.
I'm sorry, Creekside Estates. My mistake.
Second. All right, there's a motion to deny the approval for Creekside Estates by Commissioner Perdola and seconded by Commissioner Martin.
Sorry.
Comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion to deny is approved. 19C2, discuss and take action on the acceptance of the letter of credit. Kind of talked about that.
This was not provided to my office in time, so I didn't have an amount, and I'm sure it might change now that these engineering changes will be made. So you could either disapprove it or table it for next court.
I'll make a motion to disapprove the letter of credit for Creekside Estates.
Second.
All right, motion to disapprove the letter of credit by Commissioner Martin and seconded by Commissioner Aiken. Any other comments? Discussion? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right. So it is denied. Thank you. Next, Judge Whitman, Carl Fowler, Fire Marshal, discuss and approve contract with certified payments to accept online fees for fire marshal permits and inspections.
Greetings, Court. I didn't have it last court session, which was the actual agreement. I wasn't aware that came with one. I worked with Genevieve's office to get a copy of her agreement. We got them to change the name for Fire Marshal's office and our bureau code. We did send it to legal to look over to make sure it was correct. I believe Ms. Huron said it was good to go. So just for your signatures, I believe, are they on your tablets? I wasn't sure if, other than that, that should close out this process for certified payments out without just getting with Treasury Department to wrap up that back end of it, but.
And we had discussed that you were going to notify all users that this was a pass-through fee on the credit card, 2.35% or $2, whichever.
Correct, yeah.
Couldn't envision us just having, with what they're paying for, the $2 probably would.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're gonna put that on the, we have a WCFMO permits site where they upload all their plans and all their stuff for plan review. We'll put it on there through certified payments, that's a pass-through fee for them. So that won't come out of, our fee schedule.
Anything else? All right. Someone wants to make a motion on it for the fire marshal?
Oh, Hank will need this.
I don't know how that works.
I didn't see a timeline.
What was the
on it.
question?
Term limit on it, the agreement, the contract.
You said it was, how long is the contract? Is it indefinite? Okay.
We don't pay anything.
Judge needs to sign it. He doesn't have to. You don't have anything pending and you need this immediately, do you?
No. We haven't begun using it until
Tell me what you're
all
going to do,
these
because
Ts crossed and Is dotted.
the motion needs to be for who can sign it.
Probably what I'm on. Make the-
Ready for a motion? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll make a motion to approve the contract with certified payments to accept online fees for the fire marshal permits and inspections and to authorize the county judge to sign it.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner Aiken to have the judge sign the certified payments and accept online fees for the fire marshals. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Ayes have it, motion passes. Thank you. Back up to agenda item number 21, County Sheriff Jim Stewart, Sheriff's Office, County Office Progress Report. Nothing today, I think he's tired of talking. All right, moving on. Agenda item number 22, Genevieve Martinez, County Clerk, discuss and take action on Commissioner Court minutes. Everybody's reviewed these?
I did. The only question I have is, wasn't the first May meeting the one that the judge left before the meeting was over? I didn't see that annotated in the minutes.
Whenever I took over?
Yeah. I went back and looked at April because I thought it might have been in April, but I didn't see anything then, so I just, whichever one it applies to, we just need to figure it out and get it corrected.
It had to have been because I didn't make the motion on Precinct 2's water. Commissioner Padola and Commissioner Aiken both voted on that, so I had to have been the the judge at that point in his spot. If I'm not mistaken, he left around pretty early.
There was 4 or 5 agenda items, I think, left.
Yeah, so that would. But yeah, no, that would be, yeah, he did leave.
May 11th meeting?
The May 11th meeting, he did.
On item 16.
Yeah. We had to be out of here by 10 o'clock or something like that. So yeah, he did excuse himself.
The May 11th?
May 11th? Well, I didn't accept, 203 in County Road 204. All I did, so.
Yeah, you would have adjourned the meeting. You mean the motion
I
to
couldn't have
adjourn?
made the motion. That one says I did.
Well, I know it wasn't the last meeting, or I don't think it was the last meeting.
But the question is, why didn't I accept my own?
Maybe it was April. That's what I was
Could've
trying to
been.
figure out. I couldn't find it on either one, so. I just don't.
Okay.
Is it in the minutes?
That's the previous month, though.
I know, that's what I'm asking, but it's in the minutes that he left it, whatever it was. Okay, all right, thank you.
I didn't accept my own roads.
Well, I think it was because there was some discussion of something, I don't know.
All right, so back to the minutes.
All right, then I'll make a motion to approve the May 11th and 25th meeting
26.
minutes.
Second.
All right. Motion made by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Aiken. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes to accept the minutes for May 11th and 26th. All right, so agenda item 23, Caitlin T. Bodiford, Human Resources, and she didn't have anything, right? We're gone. All right. Agenda item number 24, County Judge Whitman, Kristen Labus, Interim County Auditor. Discussion only, distribution of May 2026 Auditor Financial Report.
This financial report is going to be for May 2026. And it's just going to go over your expenditures, our revenues for each fund, the appropriations, and then, of course, our balances as of May 1st for all of the bank accounts, our investment fees, and then our outstanding debt.
Excuse me. So are we about where we normally are on general fund revenue? Seems like we're a little low to me.
I believe we're 70%.
No, it's 80, 80.87?
Go back to that page. So our overall revenue, yeah, we're at 70.67%.
Where are you getting that number from?
So if you look on,
I mean, I'm on the first page of Wilson County
Page 4.
operation revenue, and it says general fund is 80.87.
that's just general fund?
Yes.
Looking at the grand total, so on page 4 of 5.
Okay. No, I'm talking about general fund revenue.
Okay. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's 80.87%.
But is that where we're usually at for that? It seems like we're usually a little better than that.
I think we should be at about, for May, I think it's 67%, so I think we're doing
Well, I know if you allocate it by month, but I mean, most people pay their taxes sooner than that.
yeah, I mean, I would have to go back and look how we were last year, but
Okay.
in overall,
I just wondered.
Yeah.
Yeah, because hopefully it all works out in the end.
if there's a specific kind of report y'all want me to run, you can always let me know, and I can bring data for the next quarter.
I was just curious, you know, I mean,
It's
just
just-
historically, we've done very well there. So
Yeah.
just didn't seem, that seemed a little low for this point in time.
Yeah, I can definitely go back and pull the data to see where we were last year and see if we're where we should be. But we have so many revenue lines of.
Oh, yeah.
Come in, so to be very specific, I would have to go. If you could give me some notice, then I can definitely do some research for you.
Yeah, right.
It's 21.
Have we heard any more about that TERP?
We are still waiting to receive the payment, and we are still looking into what the best account would be. So we're still doing some more research on that.
What's that? Have any other questions? Moving on, agenda item number 24, Judge Whitman, Kristen Labus, interim county auditor, discussion only, distribution of May 2026 auditor financial report.
That's what we just did. Are we doing budget amendments now?
25.
Yeah,
25.
25.
Discuss and take action on
Discuss and take action on budget amendments for fiscal year 25-26.
So this is kind of in a continuation of last Commissioners Court. These were just the departments that I didn't have all of their information on time. But this amendment is requested to authorize the transfer of budget appropriations between line items within departments as necessary to support operational needs. To ensure accurate budget reporting, no additional county funds are being requested as the amendment reallocates existing general fund resources. So it's just staying within those departments. We're just reallocating the budget.
Do you know what all these supplies for the collection facility are for? Or do you have any idea why that's so over?
To have the breakdown of them, I would have to pull a report.
Okay, I'll come see you after court then.
Yeah.
Is it over, or did they just take and line it underneath another budget line item?
Sorry, were you asking me something?
No, what I was addressing what Commissioner Martin said on the collection facility. It looks like they went out of miscellaneous supplies and maintenance and put it into supplies operating.
No, I think that's where she just took it from to balance it, right?
Took it out miscellaneous.
Yes. So we're taking it out of miscellaneous and putting it into supplies, operating supplies.
That's what he said.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, my question was why is their supplies so over budget? Was my question. That's
Okay.
significant.
And what I was saying is that, in our budget line items, that
Right.
there are things that are what's called
Right.
gray. They fit in more than one spot, and it may just be a realignment.
Yeah, I mean, they only had $200 budgeted in supplies when it probably should have been.
It may be, but yeah, I just was curious as to what that was. But Ms. Labus and I had a conversation about this the other day, so I think there's some ways to fix this for everybody. So she's still working on that. I'll make a motion to approve the budget amendment as presented by Ms. Labus.
Second.
I have a motion to approve the budget amendment.
Sorry.
Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Ayes have it. It is approved for budget amendment. All right, back to Christian Labus. All right, discuss and take action on the county bills. And item number 26.
The bill total is going to be $219,497.83.
We're still using Great Lakes.
I'm sorry.
Great Lakes.
I think they had a late bill or two, because I know I got asked if it was mine, so I think that's what it is.
I was just wondering. On the collection facility, and they got that Great Lakes on there. $21.92.
I'm sorry, what was your question about it?
It was just if we're still using
Great
them,
Lakes, it's
because-
not the new one.
Yeah, it's not mid.
It was but I know there was a couple of bills that wound up over there that nobody could figure out where they were going. Actually, I think Amanda told me that they were all resolved, but maybe they're,
She's had a few issues with them.
yeah, I know.